back in the 90s. Cracked the AOL code, text and turned gold. Now the stories unfold. From dial-up dreams to LinkedIn kings, he taught the world how to build through strings. It's the Max method, no guessing, just growth. 4 steps deep, he's coached them both. Top earners, big burners, trainers and pros. Max lit the fire, now everyone knows. Started with a spark, now the blueprint's live. Thousands trained and they multiply. From Facebook chats to LinkedIn leads, he plants the seeds, then watches them succeed. Mentor to coach is the guide for the great. Author, speaker, shaping fate. You don't just follow Max, you duplicate. That's how legends elevate. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Call him the father, the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Call him the father, the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday night live broadcast. And I have to tell you, here we are. We're in a new year. And everything is changing, and it's changing so fast that blows me away. In fact, tonight, I'm going to share with you a lot of the new features that you're going to find on LinkedIn. And let me just say that if you're not on LinkedIn, you are missing the boat. They're constantly adding new things. Some subtle changes have taken place that are making it easier than I've ever seen. All right. Now, I've been at this for 30 years. Can you believe that? 30 years. And well, why don't we just jump into this? First and foremost, and I just want to kind of start this at the beginning. We're not going to dwell on it because if you're on my mailing list, you're going to get all kinds of information. So our January boot camp starts tomorrow, and 5 sessions. We have a special promotion. You could sign up for 2 boot camps, less than the price of 1. But one of the things that we're going to be adding, and I have to tell you, I was reluctant to do it. I really wanted to keep it simple. Well, I always like to keep it simple. But when I discovered how simple and easy it is to use AI, for example, the music that you heard at the beginning, created by AI. A friend of mine went to my website, pulled up some information, used a different AI to write a little song, another one to write music, and boom, boom. Now, so we're going to be adding content into the January boot camp. We're going to give you some simple things that you can do. And we'll talk about this at the end. But just go to maxsteingart.com/2-FUR and use the promo code DOUBLE. We have a new scripts book coming out with some tactics that are producing unbelievable results. Additionally, we're providing everybody with motivational quote gifts that you can get in one place, download it, case studies. I'm not going to dive into this. There's just a lot of these scripts work across every social network. And the thing is that keep in mind that I've been teaching the Socratic method of selling probably 26 out of 30 years. Now they're starting to refer to it as psychological selling, neuro-linguistic selling. But the process, whatever you want to call it, is the same. So we're also going to come out, actually, they're working on it right now. We're also going to have an advanced boot camp. So you're going to learn how to make your own avatars. Now think about this. In fact, let me pop over here. Okay. Now, I'm going to go over to Facebook. We have a strategy where you can change your picture to generate conversations, right? So I just want to show you that, oops. There's two levels of avatars. This is the ultimate, and this is the one that we're going to teach everybody how to do in boot camp. So I took my picture and created this avatar. Closer. And what happened, remember, you change your picture, going to connect with the people that you know. So I've heard from 48 people. And I have to tell you, people that I've been anxious to talk to, Andy Dooley is one of the leaders and the top earners in his company. Anna Mann was a six-figure income earner in Zango years ago. Pat Anderson, top earner in Zija, Isagenix. So the bottom line is you're just not going to believe what can happen when you change your picture. I want to jump over here to LinkedIn for just a minute. And I'm completely out of order here. And I'm going to look at some profiles. Ken, it's nice to see you. Let me just come up here. Now, so Ken, you're connected to, let me unmute him for a minute. Make this a little more. So Ken, right now you're connected to 487 people.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I can come down here and I could look at your activity. I can see you're not very active. Now, what I'm going to show you tonight can change that.
Okay.
All right. Now, first and foremost, let's take a look at the people that you're already connected to. And I'm going to go to my account. And I'm going to go to my network. So right now I'm connected to 11,686 people. Every day I've got new people coming in. But let's go over here to the people that you're connected to. So for those of you that have been on LinkedIn for an extended period of time. I mean, Gary, for example, if we brought up, I probably should do it with Gary too. Gary's got close to, I think, 26,000 connections. All right. But what I want to point out is if you go and you look at your first level connections, now what you can do is you can, if you have an idea of who you want to talk to, who would be a good prospect. I mean, you've been on LinkedIn for an extended period of time. So let's say I wanted to connect with personal trainers. So I'm searching for personal trainers. You know, we're always going on. We're always looking for the same types of people. So if I look up to see how many personal trainers am I connected to, these are all first level. In other words, we're directly connected. Now, you come down here, you got 10 on a page. So there's 100 right here. LinkedIn has dramatically restricted the number of searches that you can do unless you're paying for it. So let's just come back up here. All right. Now, so these are all first level connections. If I come down here and look, now here's somebody without a picture. Let me bring up the message. All right. Now we can see they're online right now, but I've never talked to this person. So let's take a look and see how long we've been connected. So we've been connected since 2015. All right. But if I wanted to reach out, we're already connected. If I wanted to reach out and start a conversation with this person. Now, one interesting thing, LinkedIn has recently changed their settings. So Grace here may have no idea that she's invisible. Nobody can see her picture. Okay, so she made a post 7 hours ago. She's active on here, but she has no clue that she's not visible. Now, another thing, I want you all to think in these terms. If you know precisely who you're looking for, example, let's do personal trainers. All right, I'll come back over here. And people today are going to fall into two categories. People that clearly have a need. They've got a need. They've got the open to work frame. They're letting everybody know they're looking for something, or they don't. So let's just, as an example, let's come back here. All right, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change, I'm going to do it from here. So let me see how many trainers are on, personal trainers are on LinkedIn. So the total number, we have to go over to do our searches through the advanced feature. So I'm going to go over to Sales Navigator. And there are 960,000 personal trainers. Now, let's come back over here. Let's look for the personal trainers that say they're looking for opportunities. And you can do this with any profession. So you got 960,000 personal trainers, Let's see how many of them are looking for an opportunity. You got 11,000. Now, the beautiful thing is, over the last 8 months, we have developed a whole new texting strategy. We have developed a whole new recruiting strategy. So you look at the people that clearly have a need. They're looking for an opportunity. But what about those 940 million people that are personal trainers? The longer they've been a personal trainer, the greater the probability that they tried a network marketing business. So we've got a script for either one. And what we're finding, and this is the part that's I'm really excited about. When you're talking to someone and you know they have a need, before you bring up your business, and again, we're looking for business builders, we're not looking for customers. Before you bring up your business, you've identified the need, you must identify and learn what do they know about network marketing, right? You have to know that. And when you follow the strategy and you follow the script, what ends up happening is, in fact, I'll send you a case study, which is a classic example. So what happens is, for every 10 people that you talk to that are serious prospects, 4 out of the 10, again, we know they've got network marketing experience. 4 out of the 10 will be open to looking at what you're doing, even though they come back, what do you know about network marketing? Been there, done that. Thank you very much. I'm not interested. And yet, when you just take the time to, again, engage them in a conversation, I hear that every day. I talk to people every day that have tried network marketing. In fact, at one point in time, I even felt that way myself. So what companies did you try? They'll tell you. And it's funny because in both of the case studies I'm going to send you, they list 4 or 5 different network marketing companies. And yet, and in fact, you'll notice when you go through the list, in both of these cases, they were both in your company. Been there, done that, didn't like it. In fact, I think I'll send you a third one where somebody had talked to someone who had tried to pitch them on your business and they said no. And we turned that around and they ended up signing up in the business. It's all about relationships. It's all about credibility. So when you run into somebody that tells you bad experience with network marketing, then all you have to do is, in a very friendly manner, is tell them, look, I hear you. I talk to people all the time. They tell me the same thing. To be successful today, you don't have to sell to your family. You don't have to chase your friends. And you don't have to do that. There's a new way to do it. You know how. And just follow the script and boom, they're willing to take a look at your business. Now, out of the 10 people that you're talking to, 4 out of 10 are going to be willing to look, and 2 out of the 4 are signing up in the business. I mean, it's just blowing me away. So one of the things that you're going to be able to do on LinkedIn is you're going to be able to, again, connect with people or reconnect with people that you're already connected. It's just that you never talked to them. Now let's look at the other feature. The other feature is catch up. So what catch up does is catch-up and catch-up has been around now for 2 years, 2.5 years, but again, they've added new elements to it. And as a result of some of the elements that they've added to it, you can utilize catch-up in ways that frankly I've never talked about before. Example, George Robinson's a good friend, and it's his birthday today. Now, you could see, again, this is with the people that you're connected to. You could see who's changed a job, who's celebrating a birthday, who's celebrating a work anniversary. So let's go to job changes. Now, if I scroll down here, Clayton here, new position. He's already had 9 people that liked it, 14 people made comments. And so in Bootcamp, we're going to show you what you can do to adjust your profile, make a change, and let LinkedIn blast it out to everyone. So for those of you that haven't been on LinkedIn for a while, you make a couple of changes to your profile, LinkedIn will blast it out to everybody that you're connected to if they go over to look at catch up, and they're going to see it. So again, this is just one. And you know what's really funny is the words getting out about this tactic. So, for example, Robert Hollis, all he did was he used a tactic that we're going to show you. And so he basically got LinkedIn to blast out to everybody that, in fact, we can, if we look at his profile, so Robert is connected to 7,700 people. All right. By making that change, just by making that change, what happened? LinkedIn blasted out to his connections, and he's already had 23 people that liked it, 9 people made comments. Drew Behrman was the top earner in Isagenix when we worked together. Same thing. So you can use this tactic to re-engage people that you're already connected to. This is huge. Because at the end of the day, it's all about conversation. Now, the last thing that LinkedIn has done, and actually the last one that I'm going to talk about tonight, is posting. And so I'm going to pop over to now I did this. Whoops, we're broadcasting on LinkedIn. So let's come down here. So Friday is National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. All right. So I sent this out. This is a standard image. So far, one person has liked it. Now, here, I posted it, a GIF, a moving image. And what's going to happen by Friday, there are going to be more people that are going to react to this one than this one. There's 22 impressions here, 10 here. This one went out, I think, maybe 2 or 3 hours later. Now, come back over here to LinkedIn. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for people that I'm connected to Please, please. So actually, let me come back here. Let me do it this way. First, one of the things that you're going to do is you're going to reach out to people that you're already connected to. Please. So I'm connected. 10, remember, 10 on a page. I'm connected to at least 100 people, but probably more. Now, same thing. I can come over here. Now, okay, we're not connected. Let me come back up. Let me do the ones that I am connected to. Okay, so let's take a look at Daniel. So looks like we've been connected since 2016, but we've never talked. All right. And so one of the things that you can do, one of the things that LinkedIn has done is they're making it easy. Here's another one. Deputy, oh, wait, oops, second. Here's another one. Now, that was police. How about deputy? So I'm not directly connected to deputies. How about this? NYPD. Bottom line is what you can do. Let's go back to the posts. And what you can do with a post now is after you've made it, you can share it. And when you go to share it, the last people that you connected with are all here. And so you do this in groups of 10. But this is a real easy way to, again, re-engage the people that you're already connected to. Start conversations as long as you see that they're active. I mean, that at the end of the day is the most important thing. Let me come up here and let me take a look at Calvin Bull. And let me unmute Calvin. So Calvin, are you on LinkedIn?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Are you on Facebook?
No, not really. No,
Okay.
I'm not on any social media.
You're not.
No,
Um, well, so how come?
because I'm a white elephant. No, I just have not. I've just not embraced that.
Okay. So what do you do?
Well, I mean, I tend to run some ads. I walk and talk. I mean,
No, no. Okay.
I'm
Now
doing it very part-time.
okay, what's your main profession?
Well, I'm retired now. I was in the insurance industry for many years.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So now,
I have no qualms about talking to people at all.
all right. Um, and what network marketing company are you working with?
Immunotech.
Okay. Now, so let's go up here and let's take a look and see how many people are in insurance on LinkedIn. So pop over here.
Sure, the numbers are staggering.
Oh, yeah, we got 8 million.
Oh, what can I say?
Right. Now it gets even better. So you could break that down by, there could be insurance sales, it could be insurance company owners. You could search for. Now let's come back over here and let's look for people in insurance that are looking for an additional opportunity.
Now, I guess the question there is, Max, are they looking for an additional insurance opportunity or an alternative opportunity?
That's right. That's right. They're either looking for customers or they're looking for something else. And it only takes one or two back and forth exchanges of messages to know.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, you can take a look at your profile. I have one student that signed up 40 insurance agents in 1 month. Again, it's one insurance person talking to another insurance person. People that share the same interests, people that share the same values are easy to connect with. Now, let's do this another way.
So in other words, they brought it into a network marketing opportunity, not into another insurance opportunity.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Now, let's do this another way. Let's look at retired. Oops. Of course, you got to spell it right. So let's look at the people in insurance that are retired. You got 96,000.
Mm-hmm.
Again, so there's basically a script and a strategy for all of this. You turn around and you look at what they've done. You look at the profile.
The numbers you're suggesting, Max, or showing me here, are they Canada, US, worldwide? What is the range?
Well, a good question. Okay, so this where I'm searching is the entire database, which is worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
So what you can do is we can come back over here and we can say, you know what? Let me come down here and I could do it in the United States. Where in the country do you live?
I live in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, okay. So
But
what?
I'm interested in talking to people who can speak English, of course, in the likes of Germany, Austria, some of the European countries. Spain is another one, um, and the U.S. and Canada, of course.
Okay. I'm Calvin, I'm a little reluctant to show you this because if I do, you won't go to sleep tonight.
Oh, good heavens!
Okay. So what for one thing, what you could do if you're looking in the United States, you could come over here under geography
Right.
and you could say, you know what? Show me all of the people that I'm going to come down here to postal code.
Mm-hmm.
So I could say, show me all of the people that are retired that live within, I'm going to do my area, Miami, Florida.
Hmm.
And I can say within 5 miles, within 100 miles, within
Hmm.
50 miles.
Sure.
So there's 738 retired insurance people within 50 miles of where I live.
Got it.
All right. So your ability to go in there and search and find people, and it doesn't matter where they are. You could break it down by city, you could break it down by state, you could break it down by country. And then it's a matter of you having a conversation with the person on the other end. And it's not about selling, it's about having a conversation and discovering enough about the other person to identify their need. So let me come back over here. All right, I'm going to blow. Okay. So one of the things that we're going to show you how to do in boot camp is we're going to show you how to make avatars. You'll start with your picture. You can convert it to a simple avatar. It's a matter of 3 clicks. The one on the right is a little bit, again, it's just a matter of clicks. And it's all visual, okay?
Hmm.
People judge people by what they see. So this is a new feature that we're putting in, no, it's going to be one of the tools in boot camp. Craig Miller sent me this. He'd been in 3 boot camps. And I've been thinking about this since 2016. I told myself I needed to do it, but he never had the courage. So we did one coaching session. And then he sent me this. He says, I regret the 9 years that I waited. So you're all sitting on a gold mine. LinkedIn and Facebook are changing big time. And I want to get to so catch up is going to be a huge feature for you, because when you make a change, it blasts something like this out to everybody, and it makes it easy to make a connection so you can reconnect with and follow up with your best prospects, connect with the best new ones,
Hmm.
saves you time, increase your closing rates, reduce rejection, and build a bigger team faster. Okay, so now whether you're an old friend, we have a lot of old friends. The bottom line is LinkedIn's new features are going to give you a number of unfair advantages over your competition. It's like you have a crystal ball. You can pick out in advance the people based on the contents of their profile. You can pick out the people in advance that you know need what you have, want what you have. Eliminates rejection.
Hmm.
January through March, for those of you that are network marketers, is a gold mine. Let me explain why. Number one, people in January are emotionally reset. January represents a clean slate, it's a new year. People are naturally reevaluating what they've done, what they want to do. They evaluate their income, their career direction, their health, and their time freedom. And again, long-term security. December was an unbelievable month, especially for those of you that are selling big ticket items, because people could buy it and deduct it. So this creates heightened openness to change, which is the single most important factor in recruiting and enrollment. January starts the game. You're not interrupting people in January. You're aligning with what they're already thinking about. Now, New Year's resolutions create urgency. The top New Year's resolutions every year involve what? Making more money, improving health and energy, losing weight, reducing stress, creating more freedom. Network marketing fits perfectly into these desires. And for those of you that were in the November, December boot camp, we gave you the project launch script that revolved around wishing someone a happy Christmas, happy New Year, happy Thanksgiving. From January to March, people are still motivated enough to act, not just think. Pain is still fresh. December spending creates January pain. Credit card bills arrive, holiday expenses are real, financial pressure becomes unavoidable. This creates emotional leverage. People are more receptive to solutions that can improve their income or lifestyle. Schedules are more predictable. After the holidays, travel slows down, routines return, people are easier to reach, follow-up is simpler. This consistency allows network marketers to book more conversations, to get faster decisions, to create momentum instead of chasing people. Leaders and serious builders emerge early.
Right.
So the first 90 days of the year separates the serious from the casual. Those who take action in January build belief early, gain confidence, rise in rank faster, become visible leaders by mid-year. Momentum built now compounds all year long. What you all are capable of doing in the first 90 days of the year can lead you to outrageous results by the end of the year. Duplication works best early. When new team members join in January, they start with enthusiasm, they're open to training, they follow systems more closely, they have a full year ahead of them. This makes January recruits stronger, more duplicatable leaders. Momentum carries through the entire year. So what you build in the first 90 days often determines your rank by mid-year, your income by summer, your confidence going into the fourth quarter. Momentum is easier to maintain than create, and January is when momentum is easiest to create. So what's the bottom line? January through March is when people are open, motivation is high, pain is real, habits are forming, leaders are born, and network marketers who treat the first 90 days seriously often out-earn, outrank, and outlast those who didn't. So if there's ever a time to go all in, it's now. That means you can change your entire financial life in the next 90 days. Your biggest problem has been not having enough qualified people to talk to about your business, right? Well, with my four-step formula and system, there's no making lists of warm market prospects or bugging family and friends, which has traditionally turned people off. As a matter of fact, I was working with somebody, I think we started working together in October, and he loved the phone. He says, Max, he says, I can make 400 calls in an afternoon, just dial, 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 dial. And, typically I'll get 3 or 4 appointments. I'm happy with that. And I said to him, I says, Kevin, after one session, you'll never look at the telephone again. Well, actually, it took 2 sessions. But in fact, I've got a video. We actually did a 30-minute training on, it's on YouTube, where we logged into his account while everybody's watching. And I demonstrated how easy it is to get people to react and respond. He's in the Philippines now. He's went to the Philippines for a month, and he's building his network marketing business over there. There's no expensive and time-consuming sales funnels, paid advertising, or buying leads. What you're going to see is simple, produces immediate results, and it's been proven to work for tens of thousands of network marketers. I'm going to fast forward through some of this. First 3 months of the year, when used correctly, you can dramatically increase the size of your business. So, according to the Federal Reserve, 25% of Americans are job searching right now. And they're actively searching for a job. People who don't have a job are looking for work. People who do have a job are looking for a change. And I'm going to skip this because most of you know me. Bottom line is I've been doing this for 30 years. And my formula has been responsible for creating 2 generations of online 6, 7, and 8-figure earners. Dana Barish became the top recruiter in her company. I think it was her first year.
Huh.
And what happened with Dana, see, there's always a story behind every success story. Whenever possible, I like to share those. So what happened with Dana, she was a top recruiter. And what most people don't realize is that 95% of the people in a network marketing company are orphans. Whoever brought them into the business is no longer in the business. So they're not part of a team. They got nobody to work with. They got nobody to help. And so what happens is, they hang out, they participate in events, and companies traditionally edify, hold up as examples the people that are doing well. Hey, look at Mary over here, or look at Henry. Comes into the business in 90 days, he goes to the top of the company. So the orphans look to these people. They're not in their organization, so most time they can't do very much. So what happened with Dana was Dana's company was sold to another company. All right. Whole new ballgame. So now she goes over to this new company, and all the orphans that weren't connected to a leader, they met Dana, they knew about Dana, they heard about Dana. Now we have an opportunity to work with Dana. Well, it happened to her 5 times. So every time she went to another business because the company changed, or maybe the company goes out of business, people follow. And that's, so people started calling this the Max Method years ago. And they call me the father of social networks. So I've made millions teaching network marketers and professionals of all types how to do this. And my calling card has always been the candy bowl filled with M&Ms, because each colored M&M represents a different type of a person. And my track record in this industry is unmatched. And I say that, with all humility. Will Zanders was the number 5 top earner in his company when we started working together. 6 months later, he moved up to number 2. Today is number 1. Now, my formula: create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, and close them. And we're introducing this month a whole new book of scripts that include the new tactics that we introduced to everybody in November and December. Effective posting is the key to your success. What you put out there creates relationships. Posting increases your visibility without chasing people, and posting actually builds relationships and trust without talking to them. And so over the years, it's the word's not ironic, but it's just kind of interesting to talk to people and see how things that I talked about 15 years ago, 18 years ago, Those strategies and scripts still work. But now it's kind of like it's becoming more mainstream. In 2008, when Facebook came on the scene, by 2010, it was okay to put your name on a profile. It was okay to put your picture on a profile. I was talking to a very good friend. He's probably one of the top earners in New Skin. We worked together 25 years ago. And the industry is, my friends, is changing. It's changing. And some of the change, and everybody is afraid of AI. Okay. And there are systems out there today. I mean, ChatGPT is amazing if you know how to use it. So the bottom line is we're coming out with a new scripts book. Let me just 4 steps: create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, and it's easy to teach. So as you bring somebody into the business, the easiest thing that they can do is change your picture. And there are other things. There's 12 things that you can do on Facebook. There's 10 things that you can do on LinkedIn that generates immediate activity. And then once you master it, you help the people that you bring into the business do the same thing, starting with changing their picture. So everybody breaks through the obstacles. So everybody's looking for leads, but leads are free. You got 1,500,000,000 professionals on LinkedIn. You have 3 billion people on Facebook, and yet everybody is easy to identify. They fall into a category. The green M&Ms represent people that are looking for a business. The yellow M&Ms represent unhappy network marketers. So your ability, social networks have provided an endless source of free leads for 30 years. LinkedIn and Facebook are the best because it gives you more information about the person on the other end. It's without question the best. But now, with expanded bandwidth, there are some things that you can do with Instagram. There are things that you can do with TikTok that are blowing me away. So all you need is a visible LinkedIn profile and their phone app. All you need is a Facebook profile to connect with everybody else on Facebook. And you need the Facebook phone app. And then 1 or 2 hours a day. If you know who you're looking for, you could be looking for business builders or customers. And you can tell just by reading their profile ahead of time who you want to talk to or who you don't. And when you pick out the right people and you bring them into your business, and they're all excited, and the best part is they're relieved to know, no, we don't have to go after our family and our friends, because you're going to show them a faster and easier way to do it. And typically in the first 30 days, they got a little bit of a team. Your object is to help people make money as quick as possible.
Pardon me, Max, for a moment. I'm going to have to excuse myself. We've have some company joining us, so I'll
Calvin,
revisit this with you in the very near future.
why don't I tell you what? You're in Canada?
In Vancouver, yes.
Okay.
West Coast.
Okay. I can give you a call tomorrow.
I'm taking my wife for cataract surgery, so I have your number here. I will reach out to you, though, for sure.
Okay, what's your number so I'll recognize it on my caller ID?
604-266-9620.
9620. Okay, 604-266-9620. All right, I'll send you a text and this
Well,
way
that's my landline. That's my landline, Max.
well, I guess I can't send you a text.
I'll give you the mobile as well.
Go ahead.
778-814-9620.
Okay, I look forward to talking to you.
Sounds good. Appreciate your time. It's
Okay, so now here's the deal. Let me come down here. People between the look at the statistics. People between the ages of 25 to 34, it's almost 60% of LinkedIn. You can search for people by their profession. And there are certain professions that are naturally attracted to network marketing. So we're doing keyword searches. And what you're going to do is today you'll get even better results when you use advanced searching features, searching with multiple words. Okay, so that's what it all breaks down to. So you could look for somebody in sales that has training experience or team building. These are all skills. Look at the numbers. So millions of people are joining LinkedIn every month. Now so profiles, texting features, searching features. These are the things that make LinkedIn better than any other social network. But what's fascinating is look at Facebook. Facebook today is all about stories, and now it's about reels. And in our advanced boot camp, we're going to dive into reels, creating reels. I mean, this stuff is not hard once you know what you're looking for. So it's important that you know who's active. It's important to know who clearly, because if they're not active, you're wasting your time. So so changing your picture is going to be one thing that you can do. And when you change your picture, again, what happened? People react, people respond. And again, there are proven scripts to follow. So thanks to LinkedIn's catch up, you can connect with people right away. I mean, remember, it's not what works in network marketing, it's what duplicates. So boot camp starts tomorrow. It's our first session. It's going to be recorded. And I mean, I love success story. Nelson had a 50% conversion rate. After a coaching call, he connected with prospects that he was already connected to. He booked 4 appointments. So out of those 4 appointments, he gave 2 presentations and he enrolled all of them. Again, I'm not showing you this to impress you. I'm showing you this to impress upon you what you can be doing. Now, posting gift is going to be the fastest way to generate leads. So whether it's the birthday, happy anniversary, a thank you, or everything you're going to do with gifts, moving images. So in December, we had National Pastry Day, we had Pearl Harbor, Cocoa Day. And now let me show you whoops. So let's take a look at the unofficial holidays. This is one of 3 websites. So you have, I mean, crazy holidays. National Girl Hug a Boy Day, National Hot Toddy Day, National Milk Day, National Pizza Week. So these are all opportunities to start a conversation. And it seems like I mean, they're adding more holidays. National Pharmacist Day. So you could reach out. In fact, one of the case studies that we have is a pharmacist talking to a nurse. So you have all kinds of opportunities to talk to people. National Hot Pastrami Sandwich Day. Between the holidays, between the birthdays, between the changes that are taking place, there is no reason why you can't be talking to 10 or 15 or 20 people every single day. And if you want to be successful, that's what you have to do. So, boot camp starts tomorrow. And let me come back. And let me just best deal is our twofer. And for those of you that are new, you know, when you register for the January boot camp, you have the recorded session of December. So you actually have 3 boot camps. Just go to maxsteingarth.com/2-fur, lowercase. Use the promo code, again, lowercase, double. And we're going to dive into our AI to a certain extent. We also have an advanced boot camp. They're still putting that together. That's going to take place at the end of the month. So for those of you that are registered for the January boot camp, you know, for a little extra charge, you can upgrade to the advanced one. The scripts book, we're adding 9 scripts, 9 strategies, and there are a lot of other new features that are going to be available for all of you. Let me hop back over here. And let me So Michael, notice here, this is your, yeah, you have 2 profiles. Let me unmute Michael.
Hello,
Oh, I'm 5 minutes.
I think you swear you're coming.
So this is now you've got 2 profiles. See if we do senior. No. So it looks like you might have more than 2. So this is the one we saw. Okay. Okay. Let me come back over here to Facebook. So what we're going to do here, see the biggest ways now to communicate with people is through stories as opposed to posts. And the other, which has taken on a huge audience, is going to be Reels. And this is the way, you communicate with folks. This is where you drive your audience. And, I actually, it's fascinating. I mean, literally, I put myself on a boat. I said, put me on a boat in South Florida. So now I'm looking at the camera. I'm literally in my office. Only the background, you'd swear I'm on a boat. So the ability to duplicate yourself, the things that are changing can make it easier for you all to build your business. And my friends, if you don't learn this stuff, your competition is going to clean your clock. There's also something else that's taking place in the industry. We're going to talk more about this in our upcoming retreat. And it's really significant. But I'm in the process right now of putting together an amazing system that takes what I'm teaching you here, and it's going to automate everything. But I'm not going to really, I don't want to talk too much about that. So go to my website, maxsteinhardt.com/ either bootcamp or do the two for register for it. Bootcamp starts tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Additionally, I have a 4-month mentoring program. If anybody is interested in that, check your mail. I still have room for one more person. And I sent out an email today about a special coaching program. So if anybody's interested in that, write to support@maxsteinhardt.com or reach out to me on LinkedIn. Send me a message. You're interested in it. I'm only going to do this for 3 people. We already had 1 sign up, so there's 2 left. My friends, it has never been a better time to be in network marketing. Never. Get off to a fast start. I'm here to help you do it. So until next time. Vivian, I'll give you a call in the morning and we'll get you on the schedule.